keeps me coming back to this is the pride of seeing that there's a police car racing down the highway to go to an accident or pulling somebody over and go, I take care of those. I keep those cars on the road. Ambulance is the same way. You know, just it's a very rewarding for all of us to do this. You know, we wouldn't do it if we didn't like it. All the employees of the City of Richland have a piece of equipment that they depend on to do their job. And we're here to keep those pieces of equipment mobile for them. So one day it might be a fire truck that comes in with something wrong with it, a drivability issue, transmission issue. The diversity is incredible here. It's just incredible. And we do work on everything from the little weed whackers to riding lawnmowers, all the way up to the dozers and the grinder out of the landfill for the getting rid of the yard waste. To be able to tell you how it goes from day to day, that's what keeps me coming back, because it's different every day. You can do a simple lube and oil change on a piece of equipment, service it, put it back out on the line, and it's ready for someone to take to work. The opposite side of the coin is that you're working on a piece of equipment in the side of the shop there, and everything's going good, and it's raining cats and dogs, and garbage truck gets a flat tire out on the main highway and it's blocking traffic, and you got to get out there, change that tire, get it off the road, get it back in, or it blows a hydraulic hose. You might have to go out and clean up a mess and put a new hose on it. And most of the time it's blocking traffic or it's kind of in the way. So it's almost like an exciting job for an individual when it's what you do for a living, and yet it's not boring. It's never boring. You have to have the equipment in order to do it. And if you don't have the equipment, then you're going to have to contract it or give it to somebody else to do. And to have a shop as complete as this shop is, from being able to wash and clean, steam clean equipment, to lifting them up in the air to work on them. We've got the great big hydraulic press over there to bend, fabricate, and we're fortunate that we have the facility to get us in out of the weather, whether it's hot or cold, and work on them indoors in an environment that makes your working conditions comfortable. So when they built this place, 98, I think we moved into it. It was like, oh my gosh, we're in the Taj Mahal of shops. And there's been a lot of people tour this shop that want to build something like it. Well, I've been married, fortunately, to the same woman for 47 years. Yeah, and we still like each other. That's the fun part. And my son's an attorney here in Richland, and my daughter works for Hanford Patrol. So, and my wife has managed a jewelry store in the mall for 30 years, and I recently retired from that, and so I'm looking forward to my retirement. And to be honest with you, I live, breathe, and fix cars day and night. When I was younger, when I wanted to buy my first house in Southern California, I worked at an automatic transmission shop when I left the Chevrolet dealership. And I would go home and pull transmissions out of cars, rebuild them, put them back in to make that extra cash to make the down payment to buy my first home. So to be honest with you, cars, and more cars. I like antique cars. I build street rods, race cars. My son, the attorney, is into going fast. So we're currently working on a Camaro to go to the Mojave Mile and break well over 225 miles an hour with it this October. So yeah, I like cars. I spend a lot of time working on them. I'm Randy Jameson, and I'm Richland.